Hello! Thank you for clicking that link and joining me again today. I am so glad you did. My name is Dee. I am Fat Chick in a Barn, and we are here to talk about 1,000-Pound Best Friends, Season 2, Episode 8, Hurry Up and Wait. Of course, spelled W-E-I-G-H-T. You guys probably get it, okay? How do you like my new hat? It's got chickens! Chickens! It's cool! Okay. Alright, so before we get into this, I'm wondering where the spy cameras are. They haven't mentioned anything. They haven't mentioned their sting operation on Jacob. Maybe Jacob was good and didn't have the ice cream that Vanessa doesn't have in her freezer. Or maybe they caught something else on camera. Maybe Vanessa was eating ice cream. Was she eating ice cream? Maybe? I don't know. As always, the show opens up precisely where it left off last time. Ashley's approved for surgery, but Tina is not. And the reason Tina isn't approved for surgery is she didn't do any of the things that she was supposed to do. You know, like get paperwork, go see Dr. Connie, go see the nutritionist. And she just said, well, I figured I would lose weight and then worry about the other stuff afterwards. But the problem with that is then you're stuck with having to keep that weight off, which all these ladies seems to think is like this horrible, arduous task. But then you gotta wait and keep the weight off before surgery, which, you know, Tina's lucky that she's not on my 600-pound life because Dr. Now would probably tell her to lose even more weight. Cut to the besties meeting up to do a trial walk, and Ashley shares she's approved for surgery, and Tina shares that she's not. And she doesn't really want to do the psych evaluation because she's like, well, what if they think I'm crazy? You know, throw this one back because she's crazy. And Meghan chimes in with, I didn't get to be 500 pounds by not being crazy. Just as an aside, I'm reading a book called Brain Over Binge, and the author asserts that it's not necessarily something horrible has had to have happened to you to make you a binge eater. It could just be a habit that you've built up over time. Take Julia Renee, for instance. She's a IFBB Pro Wellness competitor, and she's a binge eater, but it's because basically she had to restrict a lot to lose weight for wrestling, and then right after doing the weigh-in, she'd eat a whole bunch of food because she was starving. The besties take off at a zombie's pace, and Vanessa talks about chafing under her skin folds. Now, I don't know if this would help these ladies, but I learned about this maybe 4 years ago, and it would have changed my life had I known about it sooner. Deodorant. If you put deodorant on the areas that might chub rub. They also make a deodorant-like product for chub rub or for like joggers and stuff like that. It looks like deodorant, so I mean it's in the same container. Cut to Vanessa visiting Dr. Proctor for her 9-month post-surgery check-in, and she's asking about skin removal surgery already because she's got some flying squirrel action. And she's also happy, or discussing how she's happy with Dr. Proctor about a non-scale victory that she can just wear a seatbelt like a normal person and she doesn't have to like put it behind her. Dr. Proctor has her weigh in and she says, oh, I think my weight's still coming down. Bitch, please. I know you have a scale. You weighed yourself before you even showed up to Dr. Proctor's office. Her starting weight was 448 pounds and her current weight is 248 pounds. So she's lost 200 pounds. Can you believe that? She's like a whole different person. It's shocking. Vanessa goes on to talk more about how she's getting really self-conscious of her loose skin, especially like when she's like, hi, and she's got flying squirrel action. Dr. Proctor tells her, though, he wants her to lose all the weight before she goes in to get skin removal surgery because it's kind of pointless to remove it and then she loses more weight and has more loose skin, then would have to go in and have more surgery. So it's like, let's just do it all at once. You know, and from my understanding, like especially if you do skin removal surgery between your legs, that could become infected very easily. So they definitely don't want to have to do these types of surgeries twice. Also, skin removal surgery, as I am told, is extremely painful and can cause weight regain because you're not moving around or anything, because, you know, you've got to heal up and you probably can't move because you don't want to rip the stitches or anything. So it sounds no fun. We cut to Ashley's house where she and Vanessa are planning Meghan's bachelorette party, and they're going to plan all the fun stuff. And then Tina comes in with a manila folder, and Ashley and Vanessa say that she's very boring and they want to go to Vegas, but they're broke. So they decide to go to Savannah, Georgia instead. I don't know if that's a hot spot for bachelorette parties, but Vanessa says she wants strippers and Tina counters with ghost hunting tours. I say, why not both? But I love ghost hunting stuff, so I would probably be all down with that. Vanessa talks about doing a pub crawl, and of course Tina's annoyed because she doesn't want to be the one sober person taking care of all the drunks, which I totally understand. They talk about having to stay on track while in Savannah and drinking and doing all the bachelorette party stuff. Tina still has to see Dr. Connie, and she's definitely not into it, and her marriage is still kind of on the rocks right now with Johnny. And as the previews have shown you, I'm sure that she's got to tell Meghan that she's got to move out. And they all think Meghan's going to take this really badly and that she's going to have a major blow up. I feel like if you're getting married, don't you kind of want to get out on your own and not live in your best friend's house? But what do I know? I'm just a fat chick in a barn. They discuss how there's never going to be a good time to tell Meghan that she's got to move out. So Tina's going to tell her at the bachelorette party. What? That just seems kind of silly. It's the day of the race, so they brought all the families out. Jackie's there, Jacob's there, and even Vanessa's missing son from season 1 is there.
Come on over. Oh, yay. Oh, look at all these people.
They joke about Vanessa getting number 69. Of course she would get 69. Meghan's not feeling it, but she's there to support Tina. It's a beautiful, sunny day. It's a beautiful forested area, and it looks like summer, and summer. It's snowing today. I miss summer. I hope it comes soon. In an odd turn of events, Tina and Ashley seem to be doing really well, but Vanessa and Meghan are the ones having problems this time. Vanessa didn't take my advice and put some deodorant on her cherub, and Vanessa taps out, and Meghan says she's gonna try to go around again, and Vanessa thought she had this in the bag, but she's just having problems because her loose skin and what's left of her fat's kind of going back and forth and just causing, you know, making it really hard for her to walk, maintain a gait. Jackie's being really supportive, and so maybe she's coming around.
I came into this headstrong wanting to do the 3 miles. You did do it, Vanessa. Since I lost all my weight, the skin wants to flap on everything and it hangs. So every step I take, I'm fighting my roll, hitting my knee, my roll, hitting my...
And just a thought on Vanessa. I'm always intrigued where the body decides to store fat, because Vanessa's fat distribution on her gunt or her fupa or whatever you want to call it is very uneven. But if you look at like Tammy Slayton, she had fat in her forehead, like her forehead and her, you know, right under here. And then if you look at like Glitter and Lasers, she has no neck. She's just... And that's kind of how my fat accumulated. If you guys remember, I had no neck. I'm so happy I have a neck now. I can wear chokers. I should get a choker. I have one. Hang on. What do you think? What do you think? Channeling my inner Amber Lynn. Yeah. Oh, anyway, back to the show. Meghan is walking alone and she's in pain. She says she's about to quit when Dr. Proctor comes up, and he wants her to go the last lap, and he says he'll walk with her. I feel bad that she was alone. I hope that if I was at the walk or the race that I would have stopped to walk with her. I always feel sad, but I don't know if I would have because I'm such an introvert. I might have been like, I don't want to bother this lady when she feels like, doesn't seem like she's feeling too good or doing too good. But regardless, Ashley and Tina make it to the finish line, to the cheers of their family. It's very cool. Now, I don't know how long Meghan and Proctor were walking, but it's getting dark. Meghan says that it's late and her besties have probably all gone home, but she's going to finish the race, and when she does, she's going to call all of them and let them know that she finished. Okay, I'm going to be honest, but I was tearing up at this next part because they all waited for her.
Okay, there she is.
You're doing it.
Hey, I'm doing it.
That was freaking cool, and I'm glad that they did. They seemed to be really supportive of her finishing, and Dr. Proctor was really supported, and it was so awesome to see. Cut to 3 days later, they're in the car going to Savannah. Meghan reveals the theme of her wedding is going to be the Renaissance, medieval kind of thing, so everybody's got to dress up. So Ashley and Vanessa sent decorations ahead to have the room decorated, and Meghan sees this poster on the wall and asks if that's the stripper. And then she's like, "You're all fired if that's my stripper."
Is that my stripper?
That's your stripper right there.
That's it. Y'all are fired. You got the stickers to put on him. Do y'all see?
Meghan is obsessed with getting some D's to the face. And again, while Meghan's not there, they all discuss the need to tell Meghan that she's got to move out of Tina's house. And Vanessa's like, just rip it off like a band-aid. Just tell her. I'm still like, I'm not really sure that on her bachelorette party is the right time to tell her this. I could be wrong, but that just seems odd, I'm sure TLC will have Tina tell Meghan at the best possible moment to make sure she blows up and they get more views. But at the same time, I have to wonder if Meghan hasn't felt the vibe. Like, shouldn't she know? I mean, I kind of feel like she should have felt the vibe in the house and been like, maybe we should start making some plans to move out, honey. And since this is reality TV, I'm sure that there's some scripting going on or some managing of the story to kind of make the blow up bigger, again, so they get more views. Nothing wrong with that, right? And I'm here for it. Obviously, I'm watching the show. But I think it would be kind of funny, but anticlimactic if Meghan was to turn the tables on Tina and just be like, yeah, we're moving out, got an apartment, I'm so sorry, we're just out. Anyway, that's this episode in a nutshell. So I will see you guys in the next video. I apologize for these being late. I've got some work stuff to do. Overtime, we got bad weather, all kinds of fun stuff. So I apologize, but thank you for hanging with me, and I will see you in the next video. Air hugs, and I am out.